Whenever I turn the camera on, it's like the Men in Black flash pen. It instantly just blanks a whole section of my memory, which is why I can't remember the name of the guy who created and designed this. And I should remember, because I seem to remember it's a really heavy metal name. I'm going to put it on the screen and feel bad about this later. But I just wanted to do a quick one just to talk about this, because I talked a little bit ago about the ME109 and its shortfalls, even though it was an incredibly successful aircraft. This was the answer. This is what Germany came up with, or at least the man whose name I can't remember came up with. And it's an incredible piece of engineering, and it filled in all of the shortfalls of the 109. It sorted out the landing gear problems. It gave it a cockpit that had an incredible panoramic view, gave it great visibility to the pilot, and it was stunningly fast. And on top of that, because it wasn't fast enough, they made an extended engine version that was even faster. And if the man whose name I can't remember had had his way, Germany would have ended up fielding a load more of these than they did of 109s, and they could very well have turned the tide of things like the Battle of Britain and the war in general, because as much as I think the BF109 is a fantastic aircraft, this is better. It's objectively better in pretty much every way. And the things that stopped it was, as I've discussed in other videos, it was politics. Because everything else about the aircraft was really good, but politics scuttled it. And in some ways, specifically the H-man, because he was the one that insisted that these things should become fighter bombers. So they took a nimble, agile, incredibly great aircraft design and then made it carry a set of lead boots. I mean, we should be glad, because this is why they lost. Decisions like that. I mean, this is another example. Incredibly nimble, incredibly fast, incredibly effective aircraft. Let's strap bombs to it and turn it into a dive bomber and make it useless. Not that the British weren't making their own fair share of weird decisions. Oh look, a Bolton Paul Defiant. I mean, I understand the logic that went into this, and I've done a whole video about it, and you know, I understand it, but at the same time, this was a terrible idea.